Hello and welcome to Jessie Goes Tsum. I am Jessie and I am having some really good luck right now with this new November event and the Lucky Time Tsums, and I just got Sea Witch Ursula, and her skill is that she clears random Tsums several times. Not entirely sure what that means, so we'll find out with a gameplay, but I'm really pumped for this. I mean, secretly I was hoping to get more of the Evil Queen in the Mirror because that's a pretty awesome Tsum, and I think leveled up, or skill leveled up rather, they're going to be much stronger. But what up, Ursula? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Okay. Anyway, here we have her. She's at level 1. It says circular clears extra small. Again, I guess we'll see what that is. And let's get to it. Okay, so I'm still on a mission for the November event, I guess. And I've got to clear Isma's mission, so that's going to be counting in the background, so I don't have to do anything about that. And since Sea Witch Ursula is one of the new Tsums for November, I should get a bonus at the end. You know, even if I don't do as well or clear as many missions, it should give me a bump in points or something. So let's see. I'm going to start her off with no extras for right now. And we're in a villain's battle. No bloodshed on my watch, but, you know, we'll see. I do love the regular character of Ursula, but this I don't think is going to be similar to that, except, you know, her pretty little face or whatever. All right, I forgot there's a bar across the top telling me what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, so random groups of Tsums multiple times. So she fires off her little trident, and she clears a bunch of Tsums at once. That's pretty cool. The animation is pretty cool too, though I have to admit sometimes I do not enjoy long animations. Like, I just want to play, you know? Like, even if the clock is frozen and it's not actually taking away from gameplay, you know? Okay, so she looks like I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm going to more now. I can't see who she's clearing, so I don't know if she's clearing Ursula, like Sea Witch Ursula as well. So that was 4, and it got us to about a quarter of the way finished. So I think she's taking, I don't know, something like 16 maybe to fill. It didn't seem that long, like to fill up her skill, but yeah, so 3 more and then it's almost at a quarter. Okay, so it's probably going to be like, I think 4 or 5 more. Let's try 4. 1 more. So, okay, so she takes 20 to fill up then. Let's do it. Clearing the Tsums for those missions across the top. Again, I'm so grateful that the game keeps track for me, so I don't have to. Also, another thing I just noticed, you know, a lot of clearing Tsums, when they clear stuff, they leave bubbles behind, but she is not doing that, because that one particular thing needed me to clear a magical bubble, and as you'll see right now, there's no magical bubbles, which is fine. It's just something to note, because I am kind of used to it from other Tsums, but this wasn't a bad showing at all. 677 coins, 1.1 million points, leveling her up to 2. Let's see how it shakes out in terms of the tournament. All right, so I cleared 16 of the missions, which is great. So I still have 46 missions to go. Each of these is worth about 100 points. I don't understand why they don't just do it regular, but these numbers are more impressive if they're in the hundreds and thousands, I guess. So this is the final battle that I'm in. You know, so maybe why don't you stick with me and I'll just keep playing using Ursula to clear this final battle. And let's find out what happens when I finish this easy card in this first level right here. Hey, so a quick update now. I'm watching this back and I realized that the character bonus says 50 next to it, and I kind of thought it was like 50 points, but I'm realizing I think it's adding an extra 50 for each game I play. That's why it looked like I only cleared 16 missions, but I got 2,400 points. So it's actually a much more significant bonus than I thought I was getting. And that's why it's totally worth using this month's characters if you happen to have them. So again, you can see I'm on the final battle of this level. There's a little treasure chest waiting there in the middle. Maybe that's going to be mine. Mwahahaha. Okay, sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing. I'm pumped for this right now. So hopefully it just takes me another couple of games. I guess I could have put like the 5-4 on and I would have cleared more missions at once. But here we are. I gave a lot of attention to the other two characters, brand new characters, so you might as well get the full experience with Sea Witch Ursula as well. Once again, I'll know when I finish these, I don't know, different challenges or whatever, when it stops giving them to me across the top. The bar will stay pink, and it won't give me more of them. But I don't think that's now. I'm not counting. It doesn't show a count across the top, which is fine because I'd be too distracted reading that. But it is showing like the little individual ones as they go. This is the easiest card, so the challenges generally are easier, right? You know, I only need to collect 15 coins. I don't need to collect 1,500 coins, you know, that sort of thing. So it will get more challenging as the levels get harder, and this like character bonus for using this month's characters is definitely going to be way more beneficial when I get to that point. Not to say she wouldn't help me out now, but as you may have noticed, I only got like a 50-point bonus from using her before, and each of those missions was worth 100, so it didn't quite put me over the edge with an extra mission. But in future games, it hopefully would count as a more significant boost. And definitely for the individual challenges along the way, it did. You know, you saw that one where I had to get 120 coins. I ended up with 500 some odd, mostly because of that bonus, even if I didn't need it. All right. And we're out. Okay, 897 coins. Let's see. Completed one of my daily missions. That's awesome. So that's another 500 coin bonus. Ooh, I cleared 18 and I need 19. All right, I am going to do the 5-4 ticket and what that's going to allow me to do right now. I'm not going to bother with the coin bonus because I think I'm just going to be... No, you know, I'm doing it. I actually have a 5-4 ticket here, so I'm getting that for free. Why not? So anyway, I'm going to use this because it's just going to help me get to her skills way more quickly. All right, so let's do this thing. Just going to be another regular game. Oh, this is nice, and I haven't seen this before. Okay, interesting. Well, maybe I have. I just haven't paid attention. So this Belle character that is also on the screen is actually the charm character. And when you play a game with her directly, the charm is that little book she's holding, and it shows up as a separate Tsum from Belle herself. And here, in this case, it's showing both of them together. I was really thinking to myself, I haven't noticed many of the charm characters coming up like in other games, you know what I mean? So maybe I just haven't been paying attention or something, but it's cool to see her on her own and not as a part of... you know, just like her own games. So something I'm just noticing here that I want to point out to you guys too, I've mentioned this in other videos. I hope I posted them. Honestly, I've gotten so much more ambitious making the videos, and then when it comes to having to post them, it takes a long time. So when I activate her next skill, because I just missed that, I want you to notice that I can hit the skill activation button immediately and the Tsums will continue falling in the background. So this is kind of a big deal. Not all Tsums do this. A lot of them, you'll notice, you know, if you create a big burst or a big chain or something like that, like here, watch, I'll try and create a big chain here. Okay, that didn't work, but it could leave like a gaping hole and you have to wait for all the Tsums to settle and keep falling and stuff. But there are some Tsums, like Sea Witch Ursula, and the Tsums settle on their own in the background. And that is awesome because that saves you time. You don't have to stop what you're doing. Right there, I didn't have to stop what I was doing to let the Tsums settle down. Example, Rugby Mickey. Rugby Mickey, you have to wait for the Tsums to settle. If you don't, and he goes to clear a section in the middle, there might be no one in the middle for him to clear, you know? So out of habit, I keep letting some of these settle, but I really don't have to take the time to do that right now. Let's see if I can get you like a way better example before I hit the next skill or something. I want to do at least one more. All right, but you see how those Tsums kept falling? Not Perry the Platypus, Agent P does that. Maui does that, like the Tsums just keep falling and stuff. So that's a great thing to pay attention to with new Tsums in particular, but even just going back and playing some of your favorites. You know, do you really need to take a second to let the pieces fall, or can you just carry on with your game? So I beat her in this level. I've defeated Yzma. Oh, got 5,000 coins. Not upset about that. Let's see what happens. A new space has appeared. Uh-oh. New challenges. Ah, they get you every time, right? Try this mission, get a 7+ chain. Yeah, I think I can handle that. But anyway, I'm not going to make you guys watch that. Now you know what happens when you defeat the first level, the easy level, and I'll be back when I've got a little bit of a harder challenge to show you. But thanks for joining me and watching as I tested out Sea Witch Ursula. I'll see you soon.